Welcome to my channel today. My name is Devina St. Clair. If you found me, welcome. I'm so happy you found me today. I am in the Enchanted Forest in the back of my, I don't know, this is somewhere in my house. Anyways, the Enchanted Forest. Welcome. I have a love reading, singles, those of you who are single looking for love. I have my readings coming out every month, bi-weekly, which just means that I'm doing the love reading, singles looking for love, every 2 weeks. And I'll be doing zodiac signs, just general, without just specific love readings, and whatever comes up every 2 weeks as well. So this is for water, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Let's get started. I am going to hit my tuning fork and send you some healing vibes. So please accept it now. Let's begin. All right. Okay. So what this covers is you and your person. So if you've met your person, you can kind of look and see if it sounds correct. If you haven't met your person, you just have to go on what feels and resonates with you as being truth for you. As always, these are generals, so it's not going to apply. Everything here in this reading will not apply to everyone. So just take what feels like it's yours. And I'm doing this because I want to connect to an audience. I want to connect. I have wisdom to share. I love the esoteric nature of tarot cards and their guidance. So that's why I read cards. So let's get started with your energy, okay? It's interesting. I have you coming in with 7 of Wands. Now this is a defiant person with tattoos, and this person is a little rebellious, but they're very protective, and he's so strong. Look, he'd break in the bars. That's just to show what this person is willing to do to defend himself and his or her, he or she. I'm only reading it as a man because there's a man in this card. But anyway, this is a strong person that will stand up for what they believe in, and they're fighter. This is the fighter card, this person with all the tattoos. And of course, if you look at the tattoos, they all tell a story of their life and what made them the way they are to be this strong warrior, rebelliousness, or whatever. It's a person that doesn't conform. They stand up for what they believe in. So this is you coming in, and perhaps there's been a disturbance in your life recently. We see a tidal wave coming. Now, not literally a tidal wave unless you were caught in a flood or something like that, but some kind of disturbance or shakeup happened in your life recently. This shows me you wear many roles. You have many hats. It says 1111, spiritual awakening. You are on the right path. So if you were wondering if you're on the right path, you're on the right path. And then you got bats in the belfry. You can achieve great things. Now this card is, the bats in the belfry are when somebody thinks somebody's different. They're not like anyone else, hardly. Maybe they're just a one-of-a-kind individual, and people think they're batty. They don't understand because they operate different than the majority. So this is your energy coming in. Now, energy of your person is a little different. Let's see, which one do I want to read first? Did I not choose? Oh my gosh, I did not pick I thought I picked a tarot card for your person. All right, I didn't. I failed to do that. Well, I have to do that because that's important to keep it even. What did I do with my cards? Did I send them up here? Oh, look at my light. Okay. Oh, shit. Well, there's no such thing as perfection, so, just ignore that for a second. What the hell did I do with my cards? Oh, they're right there. I got the wrong cards here. Okay, yes, that's how my day is going today. I'm not gonna lie. one of those things where, you know what, you do the best you can, and that's all you can do. All right, so your person, I just want to read the same. I want to read the tarot first, just like I did for you. Make it even. I don't know why. I feel like I need to make it even. What is that about? Okay, so for the person watching this video, their person, what energy are they in today? All right. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. They're in this beautiful single energy with beautiful fruit coming out to the head. All right. And they have two kittens. It says you must choose. So this card it makes me think of whether this is you or your person. They have to make a choice between two people, perhaps. Maybe you're the one that has to make a choice. But this is showing up in your person's field. So, take it how it applies to your situation, along with singlehood. Someone doing well financially, forbidden. Energetically, there's something going on. There's this enchanted and forbidden energy. I think, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what the forbidden stands for. It makes me think that maybe you and your person are very different. And this could apply, even to same-sex couples where, society they look down on that kind of thing, and your person may be, the same sex or whatever. Your person is looking very yummy with that beautiful red passionate rose right there. But something is in their field that's forbidden. So I don't know if it's an idea of who they are or it doesn't fit, or if there's an age difference, or if it just looks weird, or you're from two different places and it just doesn't look like a good fit. I honestly don't know. But they're also in this rapid soul development energy, 777. It's coming from in hard times. They're growing, they're blooming and blossoming into this beautiful flower, rose. That's a symbol that's come up a couple times in this reading today. And I brought in a rose the other day. It's kind of getting old, but I brought in a rose from the outside the other day. And they're also in Three of Cups, which is fun, loving, celebrating with friends, family perhaps. So that's where I have your person coming in energetically. The energies you both share as of today when you watch this video is Five of Swords, conflict. Perhaps you're both coming from a relationship that didn't work out, one that was your long-term, or perhaps one that really affected you and broke your heart. But there's some positivity in the future. You see that big white flower in front of her eye. There's an eye. Keep your eye on the prize. Your energies you both share is this is a past probably influence, or it's something going on right now with your person. You also got the energies you both share is 111. You are magical. The two of you are magical creators. Magical. It says your thoughts are beginning to manifest. So it's important to keep your thoughts under control, especially if you find yourself going into dark places lately. It's important to remember that this dark space exists, but it may not have the answers or the truth to what you're seeking. It may not be true. It may just be like dark entities attaching to try to just tear you down because they don't want you to succeed. And some unions are, there are snakes. Ooh, oh my gosh. There are snakes that come in and try to keep you separate from your person. But it says there's a fated thing going on. And then there's this loyalty, a loyal heart, the swan, and the energies you both share. So I don't know how that applies to you and your person, but the swan is beautiful. They mate for life. So there's that loyalty. So perhaps when you do get together with your person, you guys will have that energetic dynamic. Okay, so the challenge to this particular relationship with you and your person, I got two cards on that. I got Judgment and Death. Let's look at this for a second. So the challenge is the Death card. We're gonna look at Judgment first because that's came up first. Okay, so with this Judgment, it's time to for somebody to change. It means whatever they did in the past doesn't matter anymore, as long as they seek redemption, as long as they change and they stop doing whatever it was, harmful things to themselves or to others. I mean, and it could be in just, it doesn't have to be like, oh, we're intentionally going out and hurting people. Although there are those who do that. It could be just where we make bad decisions and it hurt people because we weren't in a healed place of our own. It could stand for that. It could stand for selling ourselves short, not believing in ourselves. It's time to step up and change something in our life. So this is the obstacle or the challenge for both of you. Somebody, it could be both of you actually, in some way or form, has the same thing going on. With the Death card, now with her, she's like bones and there's flowers blossoming out of her bones, okay? So we think she's dead, but she's not, because she's kind of like, this particular individual is in hibernation mode, coming out of a dark place and a challenge. But right around the corner is spring, which we just gone through spring. It's still a little springy, but it's starting to get hot in the northern hemisphere. I don't know where you live, but there's blossoms. There's blossoms coming out of this corpse of what was lost, the ending to something. So it's not the ending, it's just transforming. Okay, so what I have for advice was temperance. Balance and moderation, and being accepting what is, not fighting it, not going against it, but allowing what will develop, what's going to develop, what is meant to happen. Allow that to happen and flow with it. When you get ideas, your advice is to go with that. Even if it's a little out there, I see someone coming in with bats in the belfry, so maybe you're a little bit different. But you get some ideas and you're inspired, go with it, do it. There's this dove in this individual's hand. So there's some peace and harmony. There's peace and harmony. Temperance is balancing and moderation and alchemizing yourself, your soul. It's time to go within and and let that happen. Now we got Master the Dance. I'll never forget, this was the very first card that I pulled from this deck, Cosmic Dancer Oracle. And if you're interested in any of these cards, I do have links below that where you can buy them off the Amazon if you're interested. But let me read this to you because this has got some important information for advice. All right, it says, on the surface, it seems the world inside and outside of you is filled with movement, color, form, and noise. But tune in even deeper, and you will perceive the eternal silent stillness behind all appearances and manifestations. Oh, don't block my light. Okay, it says now is a time to enter fully into the stillness and to come into a state of complete and single-minded presence. Ooh, all right. All right, so it's telling you right now, it says the advice for you, my dear, is to gain greater mastery in a discipline, an art, career path, or other area, or to step into greater self-mastery regarding your entire life experience. Whatever dance you are being called to master, set the clear intention to do so, and commit to devotional, dedicated daily practice. Spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and spending quiet, solitary time in nature will support you in attaining new wisdom, expertise, and personal power. So that was the advice, is to harmonize. Ooh, harmonize, temperance. That's what this is cards about. So they kind of go together, don't they? And calibrate, you know, there's probably new ideas, thoughts, energies coming into your physical self, your spiritual self, mental body. And it's a good time to be fearless and face and embrace all that's happening in those areas, your mind, body, spirit, you know, relationships you have with others, the environment you find yourself in. Here I am in my mystical forest, you know, wherever you are, the environment you're in, and your whole life. It says once you do this, you harmonize and calibrate, you will activate your full potential and become the captain of your fate. Captain. All right, my dear, let's keep going. So, where might you meet your person if you haven't met them already? Well, I pulled a few cards on that. And you know what? I did mean to pull cards just to see what your energy was, and those were, there were 3. Let's see, coming in today. Ooh, somebody's coming in with water. Great water. Yes, this is water reading, but earth. Earth, and there's some fire. Let's look at this before we go on to where you might meet your person. I meant to show you this. So there's this huge wave of emotion and forest, a person in the forest, trees with a hat on, many hats, and this beautiful, beautiful golden light. Energetically speaking, this may be where you're coming in today, and your person was in this, ooh, they were in this red, oh, fiery. You know, this could be Kundalini too. We don't, just because the card says forbidden, we don't have to read it that way. So energetically, your person is very, there's red, brown, white, and the symbol of Kundalini, the snake, or shedding of skin. So energetically, your person may be just shedding skin. It may not having to do with forbidden. So only take that part of the reading if that applies or feels like it applies to your situation. All right, where you might meet your person. We first card out was the Ark of the Covenant. I feel like there's a special bond between you and your person. Spiritually speaking, the Ark of the Covenant. That's about higher. This is something beyond the earthly dimension. It's a spiritual knowing or knowledge or connection, the Ark. You know, they've looked for it forever. We don't even really know what it is, but it's kind of like this mystical thing that they've gone in search of. And so if it exists, this is, as far as where you might meet your person, you might meet them at an event. There's a tent and there's the number 11. So, and we saw that earlier, this card between the energies you share, 111. You might see that a lot. That might be a sign right before you meet your person. You might be seeing these numbers everywhere, but the 11th month or 11 weeks from now, you know, maybe within a year from now. And, you know, if we want to read 11 as 1 + 1, it could be, you know, 2 months from now, 2 years from now, 2 weeks from now, you know, however that feels, right, for you. All right, so the second card was 7 of Scrolls, which shows the industry. It says somebody's industry, intricacies of industry. So there may be a job thing where you meet them at work, or when you're working and building a project, because this is what this person is doing. He's building blocks with his, he's putting down the foundation in their business, their industry. 7 could be the 7th month, July. But whatever the case, you'll meet your person when you're busy working on something, probably a project. It could be work, it could be anything really. Building a house, beautiful home. Looks like they're building a cathedral. Obviously, you probably will not be an architect for a cathedral, but who knows, you could be. You never know. And the Queen of Keys. It says, let's see, what's the number? There is no number. But you might meet your person in a place like this. Looks like that in the background, nice and green and lush and gorgeous. That's where it looks where I live, except for it's got the Blue Ridge Mountains in the background. But anyway, so yeah, or your person may even look like that. Who knows? I mean, they won't be dressed like that unless they're wearing costumes. But that's what I got on where you might meet your person. Do we want to pull any more on that? Okay, so bottom of the deck is Be Fluid and the Queen of Roses. So, you know, I saw that there is this Queen of Earth, keys, the keeper of the keys, and there's this person looking at their flower, and they're very into this flower. They're into what they're creating. They're into this manifestation coming from inside, this beautiful flower. So I feel like energetically that's important for you, water sign, is to get into that space, to find your beautiful, connect to that inner like rose garden, because this is Queen of Roses, surrounded in beauty. You know, surround yourself in beauty. And then be fluid. This is very important. This is when, you know, there's obstacles in the way, and you know, like the saying with Bruce Lee, be like water. Water is so powerful. It can go through canyons and carve a path in hard rock. So water is probably, well, you're a water sign. Oh my gosh, I'm actually going to read you something from that, because that, let's see, 10. Number 10. All right, it says, oh, I love this. It's a mermaid. Okay, it says the Tao Ching, translated by Stephen Mitchell, states the greatest thing in the world. Wait, I'm sorry. I have a hard time seeing sometimes. The greatest thing in the world overcomes the hardest thing in the world. That which has no substance enters. Where there is no space. I'm sorry, I need to wear glasses, but. All right, so fluidity, going with the flow, is the secret to vast power. Ooh, consider how ocean waves break down huge boulders into minuscule grains of sand. How water can enter any portal, no matter the size or shape. And how a gracefully flowing river created the Grand Canyon. Okay, so basically what it's saying is right now, wherever you're at in your life, just go with the flow and temper, balance, master something. I don't know, master yourself perhaps. You're an instrument. Wherever you mastered other areas in your life, it's time to look at the areas you haven't mastered just yet. Keep going with this beautiful spiritual awakening. I'm sorry there was a tidal wave or disturbance that occurred, but it just happened to get your attention perhaps, and it's time to perhaps just look at all your many roles you play. Come in with a different perspective. It may seem crazy, but hey, you know what? You're one of these people who's going to stand up for what you believe in no matter what. You broke the bars, you broke the mold somewhere. Your person is in this place of rapid soul development due to hard times energetically. There's this Kundalini awakening that's occurred within them. They're beautiful, enchanted with this rose. They're in this 9 of Pentacles, self-sufficient energy. There's 2 kittens. Someone has to make a choice between 2 different individuals in love, perhaps, or a job, or something very major going on there. 3 of Cups is friendship, celebration, and enjoying each other. So your person may be in that energy wherever they are. If you know, I don't know. The issue or the challenge was making peace with the past, moving forward, putting aside whatever brought you down in the past that isn't something to carry into the future with you and your person. And a relationship after an ending of some tragic ending perhaps, or maybe not so tragic, you know, however it goes in your story, in your life. But you might meet your person somewhere in the summertime while you're busy working at a job perhaps. There's something special with your where you might meet them. There's a white tent, maybe out and about at an event, and there's the Ark of the Covenant, the coveted Ark. All right, my dear, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please do me a favor and press like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. It'll let you know when I upload, and I look forward to seeing you again. Until then, have a blessed day. Mwah! Adios.